A new week and our commitment remains the same, hiring Hoosiers, RTV6's initiative to help connect you to jobs, education, and training. Now, before next week's big Shark Tank open call here in Indy, we want to showcase Hoosier entrepreneurs and their success stories. We begin with a family-owned business out of Brownsburg. They took a favorite morning beverage, combined it with catering, and now their cup runneth over with profits.
My wife and I, we were thinking about what can we do as a family business that we could involve our kids.
Doyle Lowry says he wanted to combine his love for coffee and people. That's when the idea for a Cup Above coffee catering began to brew.
The first event we did before we had an espresso machine is when they did their community theater, and we did the intermission with drip coffee and some smoothies.
It was a success, and now, almost 15 years later, Doyle and Debbie find themselves still poring over the work at places like Genesis.
Well, the exciting part about this, being mobile, you don't have as much overhead. We have a commissary, but we do not have a coffee shop. So the overhead isn't as high. And another advantage of this, just like this, you know, we come into businesses and schools and organizations, and we roll in and set up, and basically we're a coffee shop that comes to you.
Thank you very much.
Admittedly, the two say it wasn't all sugar and cream at first.
For me, it was really exciting because I have that entrepreneurial spirit. So I was very excited about taking this idea and running with it. But yeah, there is a side that's scary. And, you know, it's like, is it going to work? Are we going to make it? Are we going to pay the bills? And it started slow. It took time to build, and it's grown through the years. And now we look back and go, wow, look where we've come.
Their advice to other entrepreneurs: study up on what you want to do and stay caffeinated.
I would just say start small and be patient, and I would just feel like, you know, as you're working towards something, always keep the end goal in mind. Like, our mission statement was to serve others, and even though there were times that we just were exhausted, you know, just keep going back to that and doing our work as for unto the Lord. We just knew that that was our goal and kept us going.
That was Meredith Barrick reporting. We asked the Doyles if they are Doyle and Debbie, if they were going to showcase their business in front of Shark Tank producers next week. They tell us they don't quite feel ready and think it's a pretty big step, but maybe one day. All the best to them. You can read more about the Shark Tank event next week right now on our website, hiringhoosiers.com. And be sure to join us tomorrow on Good Morning Indiana as we look at 3 resources to take your small business from startup to the next level. Taking another look at entrepreneurs of Central Indiana, our Amanda Starrentino shows you how 2 Hoosiers, they turned their idea into something really big thanks to the benefits of scooching in Noblesville.
Noblesville, the place to go for an outdoor concert. The Indianapolis suburb is now the home to these sounds too. This is Scooch, and these guys, who met just a few years ago as a soccer dad and a soccer coach, are the brains behind the 3.5-year-old cell phone case and accessory company.
We started Scooch basically from scratch.
Matt Foley and John Stagg put their heads together and found a way to fill a void. Their idea, a phone case with versatile one-handed use.
We started working with it and started interviewing a lot of local retailers. And when we started coming out with it, it took off like gangbusters. And so we were out selling some of the local stores here, you know, the #1 brand in the world. And it really exploded.
Scooch is currently offered in 6,000 retail environments across the U.S. and Canada.
We've grown from, you know, 0 3.5 years ago with an idea to today. Our revenues were roughly $6 million this year. And, you know, that's been growth. Every year we've at least doubled our revenues.
This company didn't get to this point without some help.
We relied heavily on the local community, business community, to help us get going and starting.
Even the mayor's office was involved in getting Scooch moving.
One of the greatest things that I felt when we started is the support from actually the local community and really the local government. So they didn't show up for ask money. Hey, how can I help you? You know, what are the things that we need to do as a community local to Noblesville, what can we do to help you?
While Scooch was able to use local resources to build their company, they now use their product to give back to their community.
We wanted to kind of give back to the community too, because we've got unbelievable support from the local community purchasing our product and pitching our product to their friends all over the United States.
The charity Prevail, right down the street from Scooch headquarters, the nonprofit helps victims of domestic abuse and crime get the support they may not get elsewhere. It's a partnership Scooch wears proudly on their product packaging. And as the company continues to expand, Foley and Stagg say they don't have plans on leaving their Noblesville home anytime soon.
There's so many reasons why it's really good to be here. Talent and location and support.
Our Amanda Sarantino reporting another Hoosier inspiration there. Scooch currently has 9 employees, all Hoosiers. They plan to hire more people in the future as their company expands. Go to hiringhoosiers.com and our Hiring Hoosiers Facebook group, where Scooch's founder gives advice to entrepreneurs about what they can do with their idea right now. Still ahead, the big box retailer encouraging employees to play around with virtual reality technology. How the chain is using simulations to identify certain workers. That story next on the News at 7.
Savings on the Tucson. Offers end July 8th.
So virtual reality could earn Walmart employees a real-life pay increase. USA Today reports that Walmart is using VR to help decide which workers deserve promotions. The company is using the technology to test how employees handle both routine and high-stress situations. These tests can help hiring managers decide who deserves more responsibility. Walmart first introduced the virtual reality 2 years ago as a training tool in 30 Walmart academies. According to the report, 10,000 employees have now used that technology. We'll see how it ends up.